are always wanting to do the things that mommy's doing. And then, Atlas one day was kind of like, wait, where's mine? And I tried to find her a sheet mask online, and the ingredients in these masks are crazy. They're actually shouldn't be used for kids at all.
Huh, yeah, a new skincare line for kids as young as 3 years old is sparking backlash. The company's called Rinny. It was co-founded by actress turned entrepreneur Shay Mitchell. She says she got the idea when her 2 daughters wanted face masks, but she didn't think the ingredients were appropriate for kids. However, some people worry, is it too early for kids to actually think about skincare?
Well, let's talk about it. Dermatologist Dr. Rachel Nazarian joining us to weigh in on this debate. Thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so we do want to start talking about this new skincare line from Shay Mitchell. It's launching with face masks, and kids can have skin issues like eczema and dermatitis. So is there a space where products like this make sense for kids and could be safe for them?
Absolutely, of course it is. If kids are old enough to learn about dental hygiene, then they're old enough to learn about how to take care of their own skin.
Oh.
And the truth is that children like 3-year-olds don't have the same skin as we do as adults, and they probably should have their own skincare line. They should learn to take care of their own skin, and then we should be teaching them how to do these things safely as early as possible.
Okay, so you see this as a positive thing.
I think it can be a very positive thing if it's being created in the right way, in the responsible way. And we are, always making sure that we defer to the advice of the experts, the board certified dermatologists.
Yeah, so talking about safety, I mean, what is safe for kids? What kind of ingredients should parents be looking for?
So you want to look for ingredients that we already have in our own skin, our own healthy skin, the ingredients that make it strong, it makes it more resilient. So for example, ingredients like ceramides, hyaluronic acid, squalene. These are ingredients that we already have in our own natural healthy skin. These are great for children. It's great for adults, frankly, as well. And they do no harm, which is the most important thing.
Yeah, that's very important. Okay, because of social media, though, kids are being exposed to skincare earlier than ever. And as you kind of mentioned, can be a positive, teaching them to take care of their skin. I think some are worried that it will force young people, but especially young girls, to focus on their image too early. So how do you teach them to take care of their skin, but then also not be obsessed with how they look constantly?
Right.
It's a really fine line.
Right.
I understand that. To use the same sort of dental analogy again, we want to teach kids how to brush their teeth. We don't want to start talking about teeth whitening and veneers with 3-year-olds, right? With skincare, it's the same thing. You want to focus more on making sure that you're covering the basics, how to cleanse appropriately, how to moisturize, how to protect. Think about how much less skin cancer we would have if kids were taught how to really apply their sunscreen early enough and take care of their skin. You do not want to think about things like their pore size and wrinkles and those things that are a little bit more aesthetic. That's where we veer off into that section where I think people are rightly worried about. You're thinking more about the aesthetics and then making people feel more self-conscious about their skin.
It sounds like it's important for the parents to drive the conversation about why the child is using this.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Talking about social media, it's definitely shaped the way that we view our skincare, but some say it's become a dirty word. Kind of talk a little bit about this. And I mean, it's got to be hard when you got kids out there and they're so little and they want to, be like an adult and grow up too soon, when I think they should just focus on being kids.
You're absolutely right. And I can say this as a mom of 3 really young kids too. I think social media can be used as a tool for good as well. Ultimately, it's a tool that can be used to educate, which is what you really want to take away from this. And so where are we getting our education from? Get your education from the experts, the people that you can trust. You don't want to get your education from necessarily just a popular influencer or someone who has a ton of followers on social media. You want to make sure you're vetting where the information is coming from, and that's how we can keep our children healthy and safe.
Yeah, I'm going to play devil's advocate for a second, because I think there are a lot of people who are against seeing skincare for such young children. But if you think about kids' toys, there's makeup for really young kids that's available. And as someone who had strict parents, I wasn't allowed to use any of that. If parents do feel comfortable with whether it's makeup or skincare at a young age, where can they go for reliable information like we're getting from you this morning to say, let me check what's in this and if it's safe for my kid?
That's a great question, too. You can always go to your pediatrician. You can always go to your dermatologist. You can always go to aad.org, which is the American Academy of Dermatology. They have so many wonderful resources for parents and caretakers when it comes to their children and children's skin. And I think ultimately, walk away with this idea that what you're trying to do is protect and preserve always. You are not trying to alter. You don't want to change. You just want to protect and preserve, stay true to that, and you're going to be just fine.
Protect and preserve. I get it. So real fast, hypothetically, if Sheba and I were younger and we did all this skincare stuff, how much different would we look now? Right? I mean, that's a real question. I mean, I understand sunscreen is important because of cancer, but as far as the other products go, would it really make much of a difference? I gotta be honest,
you guys are both looking like 10 out of 10s to
hey,
me.
This is our makeup artist, Lynn.
He was just begging you for a compliment, Dr. Nazarian.
You're busy. All right, doctor, thank you so much, and we appreciate your insight.
Thank you so much.
Very helpful.